Hey everybody, MaskedMetaKnight4, and today we'll be talking about episode 25 of Pokémon Journeys. But before I get more into that, all the way back in June, I have made a video about Pokémon Journeys. This was around when, I think around episode 21 to 22, when the anime was ongoing in Japan only. I did do a video about that. I mention this to you now because ShowPro did all out attack me, and they blocked that video worldwide. So, it's back up now. I managed to get it back up, so it'll be on a card on the video right now as I speak. Hopefully, future me remembers to put that there. And, what else was I gonna say? Alright, I'll try to be more careful with what type of footage I show for these anime videos, because that's what got me in trouble to begin with. So it will be mostly just gameplay of a video game. Well, I discuss these, and I will be putting pictures here and there. I'm just rambling. This is like really off script. The rest of the video will be on script though. But it's most likely going to be Fire Emblem Warriors, because hack and slash is like the easiest gameplay to just throw on a video and to have in the background. And it's also the best game ever made. But without further ado, episode 25 of Pokémon Journeys. I've got quite a lot to say on this episode, so let's do just that. In this episode, Ash and Go head off to Shalor City in the Kalos region, where Ash is there to compete in the Battle Fest. The Battle Fest is a major event where trainers can rapidly climb the ranks of the Pokémon World Championships. It's a good spot to grind for ranking points. This episode was teased well before it released, so I was super duper looking forward to this episode the most, because the boy, Ash Ketchum, is back in the Kalos region, and I loved X and Y, and the best gym leader is in the house. We stand Korrina around these parts. It is the absolute law. Anyways, the Battle Fest isn't set up like your average bracket tournament. It's just an establishment where they host World Championship battles. As long as you are in the same rank as your opponent, you can decide who would you like to battle. Although the anime doesn't show off every battle except the ending of one, Ash managed to beat 3 trainers in a row, boosting his rank, where he's 1 victory away from moving into the Super Class. At this point in time, Ash hasn't lost in the World Championships yet. Now, enter the reunion! Ash and his team notice a Pokemon emit an aura from nearby. It happens to be from a Lucario, who happens to be Korrina's Lucario. I love these type of anime reunions with Ash's past friends, and wouldn't you know it, Korrina is also registered for the Pokemon World Championships, and she happens to be 1 win away from the Super Class as well. Huh! Who would have thunk? Elsewhere, Go is out there catching Kalos Pokemon, but what caught me off guard was that Korrina's grandpa, Gherkin, was here, even though in hindsight it shouldn't be too surprising, because usually he's with Korrina. When Go mentioned that he and his friend competing are from Kanto, I love how Gherkin was reminiscent about how he knows about a trainer from Kanto as well, and how the conversation circled around to Ash. Again, when continuity is shown, I am literally all for it. That scene made me very happy, and I can't stress enough, I love me some continuity. For a series that's going for over 20 years, it has to be there, and I'm here all for it. Cutting back to the Battle Fest, Ash is fighting Korrina in a 2v2 battle. This is the first time this season that Ash will be rematching another character in a past season. These two have battled a few times in the past, but in their most recent bout, Ash managed to clutch the victory against Mega Lucario with his Pikachu. So I wonder what the matchup will be today. The Battle Fest is rocking different themed battlefields to mix up the terrain. Rocking. Korrina from Shalor City, where this match is being held by the way, has the home field advantage due to all the fans cheering her on. I'm just glad Ash's Riolu doesn't participate in this battle in particular. A gripe I have of Ash in past seasons is that he would force an evolution battle so that his pre-evolved Pokemon could learn the quote-unquote Ditto matchup and grow from it. I see the logic there to an extent, but it also gives Ash's opponent a huge unnecessary handicap, and quite frankly, I'm sick of them with how awful most of them have been handled in the past with evolution battles. Having Riolu watch from the sidelines is just better, and it just hatched from an egg not too long ago, so it's still a baby. So throwing it against a Mega Lucario is bad news, just bad news. Pikachu is hitting the sidelines as well, so it'll be a battle for Gengar and Dragonite. This makes sense because typing-wise, they both have an advantage over fighting types, which is Korrina's specialty. Now, let me just say this battle was very, very, very unpredictable. So the battle begins. Gengar comes out from Ash's side, and Mienshao comes out from Korrina's side. Oh hey, it evolved! Mienshao doesn't skip a beat and goes straight for acrobatics, not giving Gengar a chance to dodge. Korrina keeps up the pressure, going with a U-turn. What's weird here is that Gengar goes for a Psychic, but instead of aiming for Mienshao specifically, it levitates a rock and throws the rock. That's kinda odd, but obviously Mienshao doesn't care, and U-turn lands its mark. An interesting thing I like about U-turn in the anime is that it stays true to the actual games. More specifically in terms of momentum. When trainers return their Pokemon manually, it's usually a defensive option because the trainer doesn't like the current type in battle. However, it has the opposite effect here and keeps up the pressure on the opposing trainer. Not only does it land a hit, it's a rapid switch and giving little breathing room for Gengar. The ace! Lucario comes in from Korrina's side with its Bone Rush attack. And that's all she wrote. Rip Gengar. It got blown back way too hard. This is very surprising considering how quick all these events happened. With a blink of an eye, Ash is already down to his final Pokemon, and this is an awkward spot if I do say so myself. The last time Ash battled Korrina, he swept her team until Lucario appeared and needed all of his Pokemon to take it down. That's how powerful it was. In this battle, both of Korrina's Pokemon took 0 damage, and Ash's Dragonite has to be the anchor, so Ash is really backed up against the wall here. What makes it more tense is that we haven't seen Dragonite participate in any official battle at this point. Only in the raid battle against the Golurk and Unova. To nobody's surprise, Korrina saves Lucario for later and sends out Mienshao once again. Dragonite's Dragon Claw and Mienshao's high jump kick evenly clash in the air head-on. Mienshao then goes for the double slap immediately after and dishes some damage to Dragonite. As a big Sinnoh anime fan, I love the sequence that happens afterwards. Ash commands Dragonite to go for the Dragon Dance! Dragon Dance is a move that buffs the user's physical attack and speed. Dragonite spins, spins, and spins some more. When it uses this buff move, some type of spinning counter shield perhaps, that also buffs itself and defends itself from the onslaught of Double Slap. Absolutely incredible! Intended? I'm not sure, but we will take those. The battle cry it does afterwards is so powerful. Mienshao goes for another high jump kick which lands its mark, but Dragonite doesn't care, dude! Dragon Claw to the face! And Mienshao is unable to battle. With Mienshao down, both trainers are down to their last Pokemon. But Korrina's not down yet. As she sends out her Lucario, again, I can't stress enough the continuity details used in this episode. Ash is suggesting Lucario should go full power right away. Everyone who knows about Mega Evolution is anticipating it. Meanwhile, the characters who've never seen Mega Evolution before are in shock. And I love how Korrina activates Mega Evolution. It's so full of personality. I wouldn't expect anything less from the best gym leader. And now, the final battle begins. It is Dragonite versus Mega Lucario. Dragonite starts off the battle with a second Dragon Dance. Lucario charges up an Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere looks so awesome in this arc of the anime, by the way. Ash commands Dragonite to fly around to throw off Lucario's timing. But Aura Sphere does not miss Ash. When Lucario shoots its shot, Dragonite counters with Hyper Beam, but Aura Sphere already hits its mark with a direct hit. And it's not looking so hot. Korrina immediately keeps up the pressure by commanding a Power-Up Punch. Lucario absolutely pummels Dragonite repeatedly and sends it flying into the rock battlefield. And jeez Louise, that just looked like a close combat version of Power-Up Punch. Dragonite had no time to breathe there, and it's not looking good for Ash at all. Just a momentum weight against him, and Ash getting surprised a few times already in the battle. It just looked very, very bleak. Mega Lucario gets the attack buff from Power Up Punch, and fortunately for Ash, Dragonite recovers with its nostrils flared. So seeing the attack buff from the Power Up Punch, it quickly showed to me that the battle wasn't over yet, because it could have easily been that way in that situation. And with that, Ash has a plan. Dragonite uses Hurricane, and because it's a rock battlefield, stones are getting hurled towards Mega Lucario, so it has to defend itself so it doesn't take damage. So Mega Lucario uses Aura Sphere to counter the Hurricane. The wind pressure is so intense in the stadium, even some kid went flying! That was super funny, by the way. I burst out laughing. And now, we're at the climax. One last power-up punch, and one last Dragon Claw. Both Pokemon hit each other in the face! And we're down to your classic anime standstill. And the Pokemon that goes down is... Lucario. Ash has done it. He managed to sweep through the normal rank class and got himself into the super class. And yowzas, what a fantastic battle. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. I can't stress enough how much I love the Kalos saga of the anime, and Korrina is my favorite gym leader. What makes me excited for the rest of the Pokemon journeys is that they brought back one of Ash's past rivals. I know Korrina isn't Ash's traditional rival, but they have fought quite a few times already in X and Y, and they do have chemistry. And I do hope Pokemon Journeys continues this and brings back even more rivals because, man, I love me some continuity. I won't stop saying this, and there's a lot of rivals Ash has had in the past that I would love to see again. And just to see how the other characters are doing, since the anime has always revolved around Ash. There's just so much potential for the World Championships, and I can't wait. Well, that's the main gist of that episode. So, for future episodes going forward, I won't be covering all of them, because as much as I love Pokemon Journeys, there's obviously going to be some filler episodes. Welcome to anime for the most part, and there's some episodes where I don't feel like it's warrant enough to have a Let's Talk episode revolved around it. So, yeah, next time we will be talking about episode 27 of Pokemon Journeys. So, yeah, thank you all for watching, and sayonara.